What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dat, and here, man. As you can tell by the title and thumbnail of this video, we are going to react to the most painful motorcycle death ever. This is crazy, bro. Let's see how it turns out. I don't like driving motorcycle because they're too risky. Even when I'm going to school, I don't like climbing the motorcycles. But it's not my choice because now the public buses, they're not there. They're not available because of the maandamano. You feel me? So let's see the motorcycle deaths, most insane ones, though, bro. So these are the most painful motorcycle death ever, and we're gonna see if they are painful or not. First accident. This feels painful as hell, bro. It feels painful. If you get hit to the face, that's how it feels, and it leaves like death mark. They leave like scratches and other type of skin peels. Oh my god, that's crazy.
In the summer of 2021, on a remote highway in Turkey, a young man deeply in love with his motorcycle woke up to a nice sunny day.
Man, people who got this type of motorcycle in somewhere like I see in Brazil, they have like this type of motorcycle. They like driving them riskless, bro. And it's crazy to me because I don't like even driving to myself, but I know how to drive. That's the crazy part.
And decided that it was the best time to take his bike out for a spin. A nice leather jacket with protective boots, gloves, and a helmet was what this man quickly threw on before going out for the ride.
How did he hit to the face?
Just kidding, he decided that he didn't want to wear any of that since it's a hot summer day.
Okay.
But on the bright side, at least he decided to keep his helmet on.
Yeah.
Right? After making sure that he was wearing no protective gear at all, this rider would then take
After making sure, he didn't make sure.
Take his sport bike for a nice calm ride of 120 miles per hour. After hitting the highways, the rider
and they be learning crazy. They be learning like this. You feel me?
couldn't contain himself and began speeding as fast as possible on his bike. However, unbeknownst to him, a steep turn with a guardrail would appear on the highway out of nowhere. Unable to correct his path in time, he was flung from the bike and hurled face first into the corner of... Unable to correct his path in time, guardrail would appear on the highway out of nowhere. Unable to correct his path in time, he was flung from the bike.
Damn, this type of, like, they are usual to protect the cars and all type of load vehicles to go out of the load. He hit that, bro.
And hurled face first into the corner of a steel guardrail. The impact was so violent that it completely removed the entire front of his head and face.
Bro, damn. He's all front of his head, and you're not gonna be safe after that point, bro. You're gonna be dead. That's crazy.
His eyes, nose, jaw, and facial skin were instantly torn away, leaving only the back of his skull intact. Bystanders who arrived moments later could hardly process what they were seeing. It looked less like an accident and more like a war zone. They searched for his body, and upon a glimpse, were instantly traumatized, since it didn't really look like a human anymore. Bystanders did what they could.
And if it doesn't look like a human anymore, that's the wildest thing, bro. That feels unsafe as it sounds. Oh my god. This is like the most, is like the top T. And bro is like is ascending. So let's see how it turns out to the top and the last, bro.
But unfortunately, he never had a chance. Emergency responders pronounced him unresponsive at the scene.
You're not gonna be safe.
This next
pole accident. What's a pole accident? Pole, it means like a pole. You know them poles they used to trip on? That's a pole. You can tell that's the pole. And what's the pole?
Next situation falls just past midnight on April 1st, 2025 in Phuket, Thailand. The streets
Thailand, lady boy.
Were mostly empty, the air was heavy, and it was the kind of night that felt slower than it actually was. But not for one guy. This rider
Bro, they say that's crazy and that's terrible.
Was flying.
And I think these poles and these poles, he hit one of them.
Down bypass road on a red and black Honda Forza. Probably
Honda
just out
Forza?
for a ride, maybe trying
What
to clear
type
his
of
head,
vehicle?
maybe just pushing the throttle for the thrill of it. Whatever the reason, he was moving fast. Very fast. Then, in a split second,
You gotta be careful when you're driving a fastest motorcycle, cause they be sometimes there's mistakes and all type of and typing. You know, there's everything. There's advantage and disadvantages.
everything went wrong. He lost control of the bike. And with no time to correct and no time to react, he slammed straight into an electricity pole. The crash wasn't just bad, no time to react.
Pole. Damn, bro. But that's not crazy, because the first one he hit on those which protect the cars from falling apart, the load. He hit on the head. But this is more safe because he hit with the motorcycle on a pole. It means, let me see how it turned out.
Slammed straight into an electricity pole. The crash wasn't just bad, it was horrific. The impact was so violent that it cut his body in half. His upper
body in half, bro.
Damn. Half was found under the pole. His lower half thrown almost 200 feet down the road. His heart and organs were scattered across the scene. And somehow his helmet was still on, but it didn't save him. Not from that.
That means he hit very hard, bro.
They later confirmed he was a Russian national. They never released his name and just let his story be another brutal reminder of...
Those are pictures. See, the motorcycle isn't even seem as a motorcycle anymore, bro. It seemed like some electrical devices and all type of wires type of Oh my god, damn, bro.
How unforgiving speed can be. You always think it won't happen to you until it does. The haircut incident.
Haircut?
In Manacapuru, Brazil.
How can haircut be a motorcycle death ever? Damn.
A small riverside town.
Was it like somebody was giving somebody a haircut and they come across a motorcycle from the outside and hit someone who was getting the haircut? What?
That doesn't usually make international headlines would go viral for once, but for all the wrong reasons. A man was riding his motorcycle through the city streets, and from the looks of it, he wasn't really going slow, while another biker was trying to make a left.
They be going crazy momentum, bro. They be going like they're about to die, bro.
Turn. The man unknowingly would get into a head-on collision with him. And the crash would be so forceful that it would launch him right off of his bike, straight onto his head. And surprisingly, the accident wasn't too detrimental. He only suffered a couple of cuts and sprains to his body. That's what I would say if he was...
Oh, damn. They hit and someone spaced on the hair, man, and just was going up until he hit his head on the ground, bro.
Wearing a helmet. But once again, this rider decided to ride without one. So... Instead, when he crashed and landed on his head, the force of the impact was so intense that it ripped the skin right off his scalp. It wasn't just a cut or a gash. His scalp...
After this, I'm ready to die, bro. I'm ready to get the fuck off. I'm ready to go. What am I supposed to do after that? You don't got skin on the head. What? Even the medicine, all type of surgeries cannot help at that point, bro. I'm ready to go on my business. I wanna go to hell, bro. I'm done. It's not crazy, bro.
Scalp was completely peeled back, exposing raw bone. And when I say raw bone, I literally mean that his skull, muscle, and the whole horrifying anatomy of a human head were exposed to the world.
I better die.
A lot of people were confused by the bizarre nature of the accident and
after you die, nothing happens. They say you're not gonna go anywhere. It's like when you are not born. That's how it feels when you die. That's all, bro.
Didn't really understand how it could happen to a person. But horrifyingly enough, it happens a lot.
Damn.
The injury is called degloving. Imagine the skin on your body being torn off like a glove. Probably not the best thing to imagine, but that's what doctors describe it as, and that's what happened to this man.
Damn, it is I didn't know that. What the fuck is haircut death? It's like peeling of this layer of the skin off your head because you hit it like so hard, bro, until it peels off. That might be
AI
the most
is changing
painful.
the game for app development.
That may
Firebase
be
is
the
here to help.
most-
We offer
may be the
fire
most
truck incident.
painful thing ever, bro.
On the 15 freeway in Rancho Cucamonga,
What type of this motorcycle this?
the fire truck incident.
Fire truck. Hey, I think let me link the accidents. So the aircut one, that's incredible, insane. That's wild, bro. And the first one is the first accident, and the second is the aircut, and the third is the poor one that breaks the abdomen and all type of body parts apart. But it's my own opinion. You can be yours. You can have yours. That doesn't matter to me, bro.
On the 15 freeway in Rancho Cucamonga, California,
Cucamonga.
a routine night drive turned into a deadly inferno,
That's the good
and it all
city.
started with a motorcyclist and a semi-truck. The exact reason isn't clear. No one knows if the biker swerved, miscalculated, or just didn't see the truck coming. But what we do know is that he collided with the big rig at freeway speed, which is anywhere from 65 to 85 miles per an hour, and the impact was devastating. As if smashing into a semi-truck on a motorcycle.
And these big trucks, they know gonna get any effects. They must misload or go to the like valleys and all type of offload shit, but you gonna not affect these type of trucks when you got motorcycles. So you gotta be careful when you around these and the corners and all type of shit.
Cycle isn't already bad enough. The biker would be trapped underneath the vehicle while its diesel leaked out of its fuel tank. And unfortunately for him, the sparks from the accident would light both his motorcycle and the 30,000-pound semi-truck up in a blaze. The truck driver was quick enough to escape, but once again, since the biker was trapped, he was engulfed in what would be known as one of the biggest fires the freeway had seen in years. This fire was so big that it took 3 fire engines to try.
They are all crazy accidents, bro. I'm not gonna say nothing about that, but the most insane one is the haircut one and the first accident we saw. So I don't care about all these. These are incidents that can cause quick death, and that's more important because there's no meaning after you get some type of accident being living, bro. It's no meaning of that.
Try to control the blaze, and the highway was shut down for hours. When they finally arrived at his body, they immediately called it the sign incident. In Thailand, sometime around 2019, on a highway just outside of Bangkok.
I said, I mistaken. It was not in Brazil. Also, Brazil, they do got some motorcycle type shit. But Thailand also, they use motorcycle like crazy. So that's why there are many accidents in Thailand of motorcycle, bro.
Where traffic moves fast and helmet laws are, let's say, loosely followed. A guy, once again, not wearing a helmet, was riding his motorcycle at a high rate of speed, zooming in.
That's why, man, we don't live longer, bro. In these accidents, oh man, bro. I can tell.
In and out of traffic. While going down the road, his bike would randomly hit a pothole, and his attempt to avoid it would. While going down the road, his bike would randomly hit a pothole, and his attempt to avoid it would be where things went horribly wrong.
Damn.
He heavily swerved and got launched off his bike so forcefully that it'd throw him airborne and he'd go flying for a few seconds.
Damn.
Which actually sounds kind of fun, because bouncing and flying around in a controlled area is usually a fun experience. Whether you've gone bungee jumping, skydiving, or have randomly experienced flying in your dreams, I'd say it's a pretty enjoyable thing.
No,
Just not when you go
enjoyable.
flying headfirst into a road sign, which is what happened to this guy. He was flung so hard at the road sign that it perfectly...
And them road sign, they be so small, so when you hit, it may take off your head or type anything. It may take anything cause you're in a high speed, or it may hit in a sharp way. You see, this is a sign. This is a sharp part. It hit you on the head. That's crazy. It's how it turned out.
decapitated his head and left his body continuing on with its momentum.
Hey, I said, it may take off your neck, cause they got some sharp edges, and that's how they are made of iron, and they are slim. That's what makes it many of them they are sharp, because it may cut off
And
your head,
disturbingly, his head actually hit the sign so hard that it became stuck to it. The scene was so brutal that it even traumatized seasoned first responders.
Damn, this might be the most insane pic if you take it, but it's crazy because somebody dead there.
And obviously, sadly, he passed away.
Yeah, no way.
The paper incident. In late 2000,
Paper accident. What's these names, bro? Give some unique name. Some you can tell. What should I even imagine after that? What should I imagine? Saying paper accident?
2015, a motorcyclist in Shenzhen, or Guangzhou,
Shenzhen?
a busy Chinese city,
Guangzhou. You know where is Guangzhou, bro? China.
was on his way to work when he stumbled
Yeah.
across heavy traffic and a very large cement mixing truck on the road.
Damn.
As is common in densely populated urban cities, he began lane splitting in between traffic to get through the cars. Funnily enough, this is actually a good thing for most bikers to do, as lane splitting lessens congested traffic and heavily reduces the risk of motorcycles getting rear-ended by cars that don't see them. So this
Damn.
rider gets a gold star for practicing
And this
getting
type shit in our country is most common one. You see a motorcycle, if you bolt some way, and they do like passing in these loads, bro, and they be sometimes the gap between it's so small you can't imagine, bro, and that's crazy part.
rear-ended by cars that don't see them.
Damn.
So this rider gets a gold star for practicing smart riding. Ironically, however, when the light turned green, he accidentally dropped his bike and fell off of it right in front of that ginormous cement mixing truck I mentioned earlier.
Damn. But that's the quick death, bro. Cause you're not gonna get time even to cry, even to do anything. You already gone.
Panic
It's better you get this type of death. Cause when you get that haircut death, oh my.
exploded out from bystanders, and they would all try to get the trucker to stop driving, but by the time he had even noticed he rode over anything, it was already too late.
Damn.
All 12 wheels of the 30,000-pound truck trampled over his body. The
Damn,
rider
bro.
wasn't just crushed, he was effectively flattened into the road's pavement. Witnesses and first responders described his body as being no thicker than a sheet of paper on the road.
Sheesh.
City
Okay, that's why they called it the paper.
Sanitation workers and police disturbingly had to resort to using shovels to scrape his body off the road and put it into a dustpan. His body
Damn.
was so pulverized that he couldn't even be put into a casket for burial. I don't really know why you like traumatizing yourself with stories like these, but that's all for now. Have a happy day.
Damn, bro, that's insane. So to my side, I better choose a type of death, which was like the splitting of the body. That seems fun because you're gonna die quick as possible. All this crashing type, but the haircut one, or the poor one. Damn, that's crazy. So thank you for watching. If you're new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are in, just like, bro, and let's get it and type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm about to say, bro? Peace out, bro. Peace out. Peace out.